Hi guys, my name is CU and this is my presentation for the role of mobile technology in Internet of Things evolution. This presentation is going to talk about the role of mobile technology in Internet of Things evolution in 4G era and in the upcoming 5G era separately because they look slightly different. First, let's have a look at the role of mobile technology in Internet of Things evolution in the 4G era. So in this part, I will talk about the evolution of mobile technology and Internet of Things, and then discuss how mobile technology has impacted Internet of Things evolution. Let's first have a look at the evolution of mobile technology. So throughout the evolution of mobile technology, the ability to deal with data transmission has distinguished eras from each other, and the need from the speed has been more and more intense as indicated by the picture. So till 4G era, mobile technology has been able to provide faster broadband internet with lower latency, which could support the birth of Internet of Things. Current applications include unmanned mobile web access, IP telephony, gaming services, high-definition mobile TV, video conferencing, and 3D televisions. Then let's have a look at the evolution of Internet of Things. Internet of Things represents open access to data from one or more monitoring and control systems by third-party applications to provide unique and additional value to stakeholders. On this picture here, we can see that we are now at a stage where we are able to connect devices and collect data, and actually which is stated next stage here is what we are entering. We are moving gradually into this stage on which cloud computing with open APIs and analytics are becoming more and more common. In the 4G era, mobile computing has been able by the devices. For example, Google Map has been able to calculate routes on a 4G phone. However, latency is usually an issue which stops the app from providing the most efficient route. Also, the coverage is not enough for users to access the map anywhere at any time. In some rural area, for example, map will become unavailable, leaving much inconvenience to the users. Then, what's the role of mobile technology in Internet of Things evolution in the 4G era? In 2010s, 4G technology, which enables connectivity of devices, sensors, and data storage, has supported the appearance of Internet of Things. The intense transmission of data in Internet of Things was not what 3G technology could handle. Thus, if without 4G, Internet of Things won't be able to emerge. In the article Understanding 5G Perspectives on Future Technological Advancements in Mobile, the Internet of Things has been regarded as a key differentiator between the 3G era and the 4G era. Then let's move to the role of mobile technology in Internet of Things evolution in the upcoming 5G era. In this era, 5G will continue to support the growth of Internet of Things, and Internet of Things will benefit a lot from the new characteristics of 5G technology. Internet of Things begins to have a voice for how 5G could be developed. Unlike in the 4G era, where it's being nursed by the technology and has been chased the steps of mobile technology, 5G technology and Internet of Things impact each other mutually in this era. Let's first have a look at what 5G is. So here are the 10 requirements for 5G according to the article Understanding 5G. Compared to 4G overall, 5G will allow a faster data transmission anytime and anywhere. It also brings better connectivity among devices, which makes everything more connected. As 5G is still being defined by the scholar and the market, the benefit of how 5G can have on Internet of Things are still of much uncertainty. However, there are examples of how 5G can support the growth of Internet of Things when the 10 requirements stated here are met. So here are the examples of 5G's benefits to Internet of Things. 5G usually possess lower latency, which enhances real-time cloud computing. Real-time cloud computing, as I mentioned before, could have been achieved by the 4G technology. However, the 5G technology will be able to make it better with lower latency. For example, Google Maps could calculate which route is clouded more accurately and present the user with the feedback faster. The real-time communications between users and the app with more accurate information greatly improve the functionality of the app. Secondly, as 5G offers connectivity of multiple devices, deep insights of user behavior could be recorded by the devices and then revealed by the analytics. Thanks to the connectivity, user data on several devices instead of one could bring more aspects about the user. This may bring more chance to deeper machine learning and artificial learning, and it may also help manage customer relationships or mobile advertise to the right demographics. Thirdly, long battery life improves the connectivity of Internet of Things. The long battery life ensures the stability for a certain period of time. Let's take the sensors tracking species for example. So the sensors could live on the battery for longer without worrying about being out of battery. Hence, the data recorded could be more in quantity and more consistent. Fourth, 5G expands the coverage and accessibility to Internet, which makes the e-commerce and automations like smart cars and smart cookers more accessible to users. The access to Internet of Things anytime and anywhere greatly increase the functionality of Internet of Things. 5G could expand the e-commerce more widely thanks to its coverage. It could make the automation of cars or planes more reliable than in a 4G environment because the connection is more stable and is more accessible in terms of time and place. Fifthly, 5G can reduce 90% of network energy usage, which allows more Internet of Things to enter with current network architecture. The continuing growth of Internet of Things, which is under the 4G environment, will bring a threat to network energy usage. However, 5G, which reduces the network usage to 90%, could allow more room for the Internet of Things to come in. Mobile technology is not only impacting Internet of Things in the 5G era, it's also being impacted by the Internet of Things, and it will try to live up to the expectation of Internet of Things in this era too. So firstly, the connectivity makes the data leakage more severe, hence Internet of Things may push new requirements on the security level for the mobile technology. Connectivity can provide deeper insights of the user, hence the data leakage could provide more accurate information about the user. Thus, data leakage in this era will become a more severe issue. And consequently, the security level must be raised in this era to avoid the data leakage. Secondly, metadata becomes even more massive because users can generate data anytime and anywhere. Thus, the ability to access the data and apply complex analytics must be supported by the mobile technology. The issue of how to deal with the storage of a bigger size of data and the cloud computing or mobile computing of such a bigger data set is a new challenge that confronts the 5G technology. Thirdly, outage of internet is a great concern, which requires the mobile technology to be more stable, as Internet of Things bring much convenience to life. Reliance on Internet of Things, like building smart cities, will be more common, and once the internet is down, the Internet of Things won't be able to function, and the things that relies on Internet of Things to operate will be down too. Thus, the stability of Internet is vital in this era and should be an issue that 5G addresses. Then here comes our conclusion. To conclude, Internet of Things is a product of 4G technology. In the 4G era, Internet of Things begins to develop and make use of the characteristics of the 4G technology. Then in 5G era, the development of mobile technology greatly benefits Internet of Things and brings more opportunity for its growth because 5G era owns more and more advanced characteristics than the 4G technology. In this era, Internet of Things starts to impact the direction where 5G is expected to go with its requirements. In the future, the role of mobile technology will have similar roles like in the 5G era on the evolution of Internet of Things. The characteristics of mobile technology will lead the way on how Internet of Things could be developed and applied. Also, Internet of Things will push the mobile technology to raise its standards to meet more and more advanced needs. That's all for my presentation. Thank you for your attention.